Make sure everybody guys back here. All right. Sorry, guys, we had a crash again. Baker, what's going on, buddy? Had a crash again mid-workout here, and we were talking kind of what's going on in the U.S. and like the whole Trump thing, and then the app crashed. So hopefully everybody makes it back. Darius, what's going on? Last live got absolutely destroyed. Yeah, it just fell apart. Just moved to a new place. Nice, Baker. Congrats. Yeah, it just got it just literally froze and then dropped off, Darius. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, it's crazy. And it's crazy to me that like the general public down there, that there's people that are still ride or die for him, which is crazy. And then like I get it if you like some of his policies, and like anyone, he's done, I'm sure he's done some good stuff at the end of the day. Like you'll look back and be like, okay, well, he did this right, that right. Like any president, like every president does a couple things right here and there. Thought it was me. No, it's this app. Sometimes it drops off. Right? Like any president. I think every president does a few things right, few things wrong. But I think the difference is like he's kind of an embarrassment, and for the world's strongest nation, or supposedly the world's strongest nation, like you're kind of getting worldwide embarrassment right now, which kind of sucks. And yeah, I think like especially some of the things he needs to be held accountable for, like talking war crimes and stuff like that, is just crazy. Now it's okay. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, talking war crimes and stuff, like talking about bombing civilians and stuff like that, is crazy. That's a bridge too far in my book. Just some of the things that happen with the people that really believe in him or that are part of his cohort, and it's just it's funny. It just shows the unfortunate disparity in education levels down there, I think, and that kind of sucks. Right? Sorry, Darius. I know you're American. I'm not trying to crap on things. There are really good people down there, and that's what I feel bad about, because I think there are a lot of realists down there that see everything for what it is. And it just kind of sucks that they're kind of caught in the middle. And what, yeah, the Epstein files, like to me. So, okay, I'm going to go on a bit of a soapbox here. I say I'm like someone who doesn't judge and stuff like that. And I don't for the most part. But like to me, women and kids, don't care who you are, don't care what you believe, off limits, right? No matter what, women and children, off limits. Full stop. No side conversations. And the fact that they're just, dancing around what's actually going on there is like, in that regard, is crazy to me. Got away with that. Like that's kind of just brushed aside. Um, yeah, I mentioned that whole saying brushed aside, January 6th from back in the day, brushed aside. Like crazy to me, right? Speaking the truth, don't feel bad. Telling the truth, politics. Yeah, so politics in general is corrupt. Like I think, like even I had this conversation. We have family down there in the US and in California especially. And a couple of them are big Trump fans and a couple of them are kind of middle of the road. And we were talking and they said about oh, you must be for Obama or whatever, right? And I'm like, yeah, like Obama, like he's same thing I say about kind of Trump. He did some good things. I think he probably did the majority of the best things, But like anybody, like you mentioned, it's going to corrupt. It's a corrupting role, right? And then he did come some of the drone strikes and some of the stuff that like people lobbied for him, probably pushed him in that direction. He shouldn't have. So he did some bad stuff too. Doesn't mean he's like, just because he did a lot of good doesn't mean he didn't do anything bad, right? Like I think that's what a realist would tell you. And it is that. It's just like he may have been a good guy with really good intentions and really good expectations of the role, but the same thing, like money corrupts, and unfortunately, you get into that role, you have to follow the money, or you're not going to be able to do the things that you feel you need to do. As good as he was, you know, he made errors, but it's a dumb job. That's kind of my overall thought of just like president, prime minister, or anything. Whenever anybody asks me, I always say I'm like, one person in control of the interests of hundreds of thousands or millions of people is just a stupid job. You're not going to be able to do that job well. Doesn't matter who you are. And that's why they keep flip flopping, right? That's why you see them go like old white guy, old white lady, then middle-aged black guy, and then like this potential guy who was like never anything before. It's his first time in politics that he is in industry for a long time. And they're going to switch back to another old white guy. And they'll like probably at one time flip to like a young white guy. They'll flip everywhere, right? Because nobody can do that job well, ever. And it's not like a function of the person for the most part. It's a function of like, yeah, how can you have all those people's interests at heart and do right by all of them? You can't. There is zero chance of it. I don't know what the answer is. I wish I was smart enough to know. I've always said maybe something like kind of Star Wars esque, where you have like a coalition of, I know it sounds stupid, but like a coalition of experts in different areas, right? Like maybe you have a AI tech expert, an industrial expert, an oil and gas expert, tax expert. Like you have a panel of all these experts in their given areas or given fields, and that's how you govern. Maybe that's the solution. I don't know, but I know the way we run it now just isn't working for everybody or anybody for that matter. It's basically only working for the ultra rich, is the reality, right? And the funny thing is, everybody wants to make it out like a conspiracy theory or all these things. And I don't think it's even that far. I think it's just being realistic, right? Like, just think of yourself. Even if you had a crap ton of money and you could afford the extra income to pay for some guy's ad campaign, and for giving them the money, you're like, hey, can you just next time make sure when you're doing the tax code that you give a break to this so I don't have to pay as much? Of course you're going to do that, right? I would do it if I could save money on taxes just by handing a billionaire a bunch of money that I can write off. Yeah, please, please save me money. Please make sure I don't have to pay extra tax bills or whatever it is, right? So I don't think it's a conspiracy. I think it's just, you know, everybody wants to win and they want whatever, and they don't really care for, what's best for the general public. It's just unfortunate that that's the system that we've built, to be honest. But, here we are. I don't know if you guys have. Oh, what's going on, Jordan? What's going on, buddy? But I love the States, man. I go in there for football stuff, go in there for work. A lot of the people that work within our business, like within my company, are down there. And like, it's funny, everybody paints because of like I think Trump now, and this is the part I think sucks the worst, is because everybody paints America or Americans as like these kind of, bumbling consumerists, like globalists type people, but I don't think that's it. Like all the American people I know are good people, really good people, right? V, what's going on? So like I don't, and I think a lot of them disagree with thing. Like even the people that are hard, like hard stance, like MAGA, whatever. I find a lot of them are starting to have a lot of problems with, where he's going and some of the things he's saying and stuff like that. And I think it sucks that the line is this far, that it takes like literally threatening war crimes and killing civilians to be like, okay, maybe that's a bridge too far. Like I'm with Darius. The whole Epstein file thing, when there was a specific allegation against him from an underage girl, that's it. That's all I need to hear. You're done in my books. You're a piece of whatever. Clem, what's going on? So I was wondering, doing pull tomorrow, back, biceps, bicep. All I have at home is a barbell and dumbbells. What workout should I do? Oh, for back and biceps. So my thing is always you want to get two wide, like you want to at least get 1 to 2 wide rows of some sort and 1 to 2 narrow rows. And then you kind of alternate week to week. So my thing is I like to do like a moderate to wide chin up as 1, and then a wide, like a barbell row as 2. So that's 2 wide. And then if I do 2 wide, then I just do 1 close grip. So I'd either do like a low row close, or you could flip that and do a close grip chin up. So from a different plane from up top, and then a close grip low, and then just do 1 wide grip, pull with the barbell. And then, yeah, if you're doing your rear delts, either like a rear delt fly or face pulls like I'm doing here today. What's that? This world is not for pure souls, for real. Stop having kids. Parents are selfish as fuck. They brought us here without our permission to suffer. Do you complete your daily protein intake? I do complete my protein intake. That's interesting that you think it's selfish for people to have kids. I'd love to hear more on why you think that. Maybe with the way the world's going now, but so yeah, I do complete my daily intake. Today, by the end of the day, I will have 235 grams of protein. I have my day already written out. Do you take whey protein or only whole foods? So today I will have had 2 meals with whey protein in it, but mostly whole foods. 5 meals in the day, so I'll have 3. I'm 6'1", Final Destination. Yeah, so I've had 2 meals with whey protein in it. One is not a shake, it's like mixed into my yogurt for my second meal, just to boost the amount of protein that I have in that meal. And then my pre-workout is actually like an actual shake with rice cakes. Ronnie Coleman versus Jay Cutler. Ooh, I'm gonna get flack for this one. Personality, I like Ronnie Coleman. Physique, I like Jay Cutler. And do you have abs? I have 4 right now and obliques, but we're starting our cut next week. This is our deload week, and next week we start the cut, which is the same program, just we're going to start having a deficit. So I will have abs very shortly, probably 6 to 8 weeks, maybe 12. And I will post that. I'll let you guys see my abs. I look 30 years old. Oh my God. Whispering sweet nothings in my ear. I like that. Thank you. I am 41 almost. I'll be 41 in a few weeks. So that's why, guys, if you're new here, please drop a subscribe. We're trying to hit 200 subscribers by the end of May for my birthday. Best of luck with that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, 27. All right. Thanks, Jordan. Oh my God, you guys are making me feel even better about myself than I probably should. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, anybody, if you're on here and you support whoever you support, whether it be Trump, whatever, no judgment. This is a place for no judgment. Um, it's just, yeah. Uh, at the end of the day, my thing is just, yeah, you got to ride with what you believe in. I see the allure of some of the principles he talks about and stuff like that. But the end of the day, personally, I think some of it's wrong. And yeah, cool teenager vibe. Maybe a college boy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Politics does suck. Yeah. In general, it does. My thing is just generally for you think about all this money that gets borrowed and used for nonsense, like what is it, 200 billion for this nonsense war. And then like to have the balls, anybody, Trump or anybody, to come out and be like, we can't afford to help with daycare, but we can take out 200 billion worth of like debt to finance like drones and stuff like that. Like, get out of here. Like halfway across the world in like a situation that has nothing to do with us or nothing to do with that country is stupidity. Stupidity. Sorry. So we got, what is the next exercise? Sorry, guys. 1 second here. I just got to check. My brain is like half fried. Okay. So we got alternate dumbbell curl. Yeah, it's just nonsense, basically. Nothing but modern slaves. Yeah, that's a fair point. That's exactly it, right? Like my thing is just if my tax dollars went to the stuff that mattered, like helping underprivileged kids eat, putting people without homes in homes, stuff like that, the roof over their head, we might be okay. We might be in a spot we might be in a spot that's good and matters, but it's too heavy. Yeah, but we're nowhere near that. Those are low on the totem pole of things that matter to these government officials, basically, right? Sorry, guys, that was just a little heavy, but yeah, I appreciate that college type thing. Yeah, strange dumbbells are adjustable, so they go all the way from 10 pounds up to. Yeah, what's going on? Great, thanks for being here, buddy. I appreciate it. We're going up to. They go all the way up to 90 from 15. Last exercise, and we got our ab routine. Yeah, it's just a weird world, man, altogether, to be honest. That's why I just focus on the things I can control. That's why I say I don't really think too politically. Try to focus on the shit day to day that I can control, make an impact with. One more each side. All right. Yeah, it's not really worth worrying about that stuff, right? On the other side, but got to change that shirt though. Yeah, Bills fans for sure. They'll be my AFC East number 2. So men issues are ignored. Women don't fear pregnancy at all. I don't know if I agree with that, but I mean, I get what you mean, right? And I think there are some, like, yeah, I think it's very like specific, right? I think there are some women out there that are like that, but I think there's also some good ones out there, right? Like, and trust me, I've been through experiences in my life where I wouldn't be talking so gracious, but I'm just lucky I found the right one, right? So this is deload week again, so it's not supposed to be very heavy. But next week we start the full cut, and you'll see the heavier weights in a calorie deficit. You'll start seeing me get leaner and leaner each week until we get the six pack back. Hopefully, we can get down to 10%. That's the goal. Two more. It's really easy. One more round there. Oh, it hurts. Glad to hear that, brother. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Jeff. Uh, right one is a myth, to be honest. Women got options even post marriage. Dieting does suck. Sugar cravings are tough. I have a few little solutions. If you ever want to hear kind of my ways of coping with it, I have a few things, but dating world does suck. I'm glad I'm not back in the dating world. And yeah, I can see what you're saying, especially like, you know, I'm assuming you kind of are going through it right now, dude, which sucks to hear. Um, but yeah, just don't get soured on all women because there are some good women out there. Um, don't get soured on all women because I don't think that's a good way to be either. Because you just got to find, sometimes you got to sort through some not so great ones to find the right one. And I think that's the mistake I made early on is I tried to clutch on to the wrong ones really tightly. And I think that that can get you to kind of the place you're kind of at right now. Nikola Tesla and Sir Isaac never married. That's not good either, man. If you can find like the right kind of love, it's a good thing. Just don't hold too tightly. This would be my advice, right? Because yeah, the two things I've kind of learned from going through some rough stuff, either like growing up and kind of like my, I guess, high school years with women, is that like two things: you're always going to be all right, regardless, and don't hold too tightly onto something that's not meant for you. Because sometimes, you're with a relationship and you try to hold really tightly to it because you're sure that person's the one and stuff like that. And they're giving you probably all the proof to the contrary, but you still want to hold on to it because you feel certain ways about them. And I think that that's not a good way to be either. So I think at some point, if someone's giving you proof to the contrary, just let it go. Have your own self worth, your own level of self worth. And if somebody can't meet you there, then they're not for you. You know what I mean? That's okay. They don't have to be for you. There's someone out there that's for you. So again, guys, if you're wondering about the weights, this is just deload week, so it's supposed to be really easy. That's why these weights are a little light. This is like the 19th week of our clean bulk. So that's why it's a deload. And then we're moving into our cut starting next week. We've already started the cut diet, and this is the cut program. That's why the program looks a little different, but sorry, some great advice. Should have known that earlier in life. Yeah, man. I feel for you. Sorry, I'm crying. I feel for you, buddy. Like that's yeah. Same. Like I went through stuff in high school with a couple girlfriends that I like really put a lot of stock into, or I had in this mind that love was like this thing, the shit you see in movies, and that's just not what it is, right? And but that's not anything to blame them for, right? Like I think that one of them specifically, in my eyes, is a bad person, a bad human being. That I say that now, and I usually would not say that about very many people because I don't think that about very many people, but honestly think she is. But that's not for me to fix or for me to like, you know, try to be a part in, right? I should have noticed that at the time. The blame is still ends up on me. Like I should have noticed what that is at the time and I should have walked away. And I didn't. And I probably put other people that care about me that I care about in a bad position, and it all boils down to being on me, right? So, I got feelings too. Yeah, 100%. Deeply complex, laws often trap the weak. Well, yeah, 100%. Yeah, toxic relationships. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, man. Pets over humans any day. That's fair. I am a dog. I'm a dog guy, so yeah, give me a dog. I'm very lucky that I found my wife, who I'm very, very fond of. But give me my wife, my kids, and a dog in a cabin somewhere, and I'd be good. The only problem is my wife is not a very big outdoors person, so the cabin might not fly. It might have to be like a, I don't know, Four Seasons or something. But yeah, it is what it is, right? Yeah, yeah, you were there for sure when I was going through that. It's a weird. Do I like Brock Lesnar? Yeah, I like Brock Lesnar. I think he's an alright guy. Yeah, hanging leg raises are very, very tough. I've only recently, so I know that set probably looked like pretty good because I was able to get my knees to my elbows and stuff. Don't let that fool you. I struggled for a long time. Like, so I did the show in October. I got back. So anybody who's new, yeah, I got really out of shape. I used to be in fitness for a long time, had my own fitness business, left that. I'm in the industry I'm in now. Got married, lost my mom at the start of the pandemic. Um, then we had a baby, our first, got married, second baby, and I gained a bunch of weight, got out of shape because other things took priority. I went up to 275 pounds, about 40% body fat, lost 80 pounds, 26% body fat, and did a show in October. But when I was training my abs for the show, those like leg raises were a struggle. It took till probably now, this point in my training, to be able to be halfway decent at them. So this is part you'll start seeing more of now, me training abs with regular frequency because we're on cut now. Gotta cut down. Anyway, if you guys need any help, I'm telling you, at Baddiedaddydiaries on Instagram, TikTok, here. Follow me, DM me, anything I can help with. I'm not selling programs, anything like that. I just like to help people. So nothing truly satisfies humans after all. Boredom is inevitable in life. I think it really depends, man. So, final destination. It sounds like you've been going through something, buddy. If you want my just general opinion from what I'm hearing you say, men loneliness is real. But yeah, honestly, I think you eventually kind of come back to that thing, finding the right people and keeping the right people around you. I think you'd be surprised. Like, yeah, I've had a stretch feeling very lonely, but I think now talking to some of these people, not only work abs, starting to get nice, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, I think trying to get the right people around you and just being realistic about the people that aren't the right people. I think you'd be surprised, man. Like don't get me wrong, loneliness is real, but loneliness is also a choice. From some of the things you're saying, you're also preventing people from getting close, right? Which I get. You've probably been hurt, and I was there for a stretch after that high school relationship, and yeah, don't let it sour you on the rest of your life. That's all I can say. See, after the first set was clean. This set's getting tough. Oh god, toast. Abs are dying. Yeah, don't toxic positivity. Maybe, but I come from it from a place of love. Um, yeah, I come from a place of like having been where you are, and I get it. But I think if you close yourself off completely, it's very tough to get to a place where. So see, I don't agree with that. I don't think life does have more negatives than positives. I think right now your mind has more negatives than positives. Yeah, you're a pet guy. Unconditional love isn't a myth. You've seen how a dog looks at you, right? So yeah, agree to disagree, I guess. But yeah, to me, I think it's your mind that may be stuck in a negative place a little bit, which there's no blame there. It's understandable. A lot of bad stuff can happen in this life. Look, we got a guy in the US that's threatening to kill a whole bunch of civilians just because he wants a little piece of water opened up for oil to go through, right? Like, it's crazy. We show affection to them, vice versa. No, I don't think so. I think dogs love us because we treat them well and because we care for them, right? And I think they can see past the simplicity, the simplicity of the guy with food, right? Have you ever seen? I think dogs and kids. Is that the saying? Dogs and kids are the only ones that are able to kind of see past. Like for me, I don't know about you guys. If I have a dog and that dog like doesn't like somebody right off the jump, that instantly affects the way I feel about that person because I feel like they kind of have a sixth sense. Oh God. Yeah, dogs and kids, they kind of have that sixth sense, right? Human deeds are transactional. How many reps? So that was 12, 8 on the leg raises, 8 to 10, and 2 sets. So that was my last set. And that's the end of the day, basically. But yeah, so yeah, man, it sounds like you're. Sorry, I'm gonna take a second to talk to you because no offense, man, you seem like a good dude. You've hung around and chatted, and that's like this community is meant to be about like positivity, right? And yeah, like there's no transaction here. I'm talking to you about see you, Bassam. Thanks for being here, brother. I appreciate you. Lots of love, man. Have a great rest of the day. Peace, Valley Boy. Appreciate you. But final, yeah, like there's no transactional thing here. Just honestly kind of talking to you one on one. It sounds like you're going through it, and I'm sorry for whatever happened, but trust me, things will get better. And I don't think it needs to be as negative as you feel it is. And I think you'd be surprised at what you can find on the other side of that if you're open to it. Life is super uncertain. Yeah, like so. Yeah, I was talking a lot about my experiences as the stream's gone on. Like I lost everyone basically in my family from like a pretty young age. I lost my dad when I was 5. Um, then my grandfather, who was like my father, lost him early on in high school, and my grandmother right after that. And then it was basically just my mom, my brother, and I. My stepdad, who I wasn't really close to, and then yeah, my brother and I had a falling out. We don't really talk, and then my mom passed away at the start of COVID. I had a miscarriage of the first kid, and I was one of those guys that always wanted to be a dad. So I've had like tons of curveballs, man. But it's yeah, you can't take all that as if it's something happening, like being done to you. It's just part of like the life progression. Stuff happens to you, right? And it's 10% what happens to you, 90% on how you deal with it, right? I don't know. I think I could see depressing, but I could also see beautiful. Like there's a lot of beauty in life, right? Tomorrow's not guaranteed for anyone, 100%. But like one thing, And this is why I kind of blessed for my wife. Like, so she dances traditional Hawaiian dance, and we've had the pleasure, the blessings to be able to travel there in our life and just seeing different cultures and different stuff around the world. And like, it sounds stupid and it sounds like super corny, but seeing a sunrise in Hawaii and stuff like that, you realize, or even just a sunrise here, like going up to, I'm in Canada, I live in Canada, going up to cottage country and just being able to experience like a sunrise with nothing to do for a day, realizing I got food in the fridge, a bed to sleep on, stuff like that. Like, life can be pretty beautiful too. It can be pretty effed up, but it can also be pretty beautiful, right? Try to live in the present moment. Good. See? Yeah, I'm something like that statement I can agree with, and I'm like proud of you for making that statement. And look at like this thing, like as much as you say like everything's negative and everybody's transactional, I'm not making any money being here having the conversation with you. I'm not trying to. I hope this turns into like a big community, and if that monetizes and does something for my family, that's amazing. But if I stick at this 176 subscribers I'm at for the rest of my life and I just get to train and work out and hang out with you guys, I'm good. Like I don't, right? I don't think that everybody you ever meet is worried about the transactional side of it or getting one over on you. I think it's just you got to find your people, and that's what I hope I do on here, and that's what I hope you do in your life, and try to live in that positive moment, man. Thanks, dude. You too. Hopefully you subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you back here. I'm on 5 days a week doing my lifts in the afternoon, usually around this time, and then 3 days a week I do early morning fasted cardio, and I just hang out and chat while I'm doing my incline walk. So yeah, I hope you'll join me. And if you again, if you have any this world doesn't need more humans, instead it needs more humanity. 100%. 100% agree with that. And yeah, if you need any help with stuff, man, if you're, want to get started on something to do with fitness, stuff like that, I'm not selling programs. I'm not charging for courses. Just hit me up on any of my like Instagram, anything like that. It's all at Baddiedaddydiaries. DM me, I'll message back. Even if you're having a hard time, you just need somebody to bounce stuff off. It's what I'm around for, man. Yeah, a lot of positivity, guys. I got to go cook dinner for the babies. Love you guys. Have a good rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow around the same time.